In a world where our lives are increasingly lived out loud, the line between authenticity and performance often blurs. Have you ever wondered if the values we project in the society truly reflect our character, or are they merely acts of virtue signaling? Welcome back to Psych and the Self, where we explore the intersection of psychology, philosophy, and everyday life. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that affects us all: virtue signaling versus integrity. Imagine you're scrolling through your social media feed and you see a friend passionately posting about a recent social issue. They share articles, change their profile picture to support a cause, and urge others to take action. However, you know this person well, and their daily actions tell a different story. This disparity raises an intriguing question. What drives people to project values they may not truly embody? Virtue signaling refers to the act of expressing opinions or sentiments to demonstrate one's good character, moral correctness, or alignment with socially accepted values, often without substantial commitment or action. Performative nature actions are often performed for the sake of appearance rather than genuine commitment. Lack of substance. There is a significant gap between the proclaimed values and actual behavior. Social approval. The primary motivation is to receive social validation and acceptance. Ephemeral engagement. Involvement in causes or issues is often short-lived and subject to trends. On the other hand, integrity is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. It involves consistency between one's beliefs, words, and actions. A person with integrity acts according to their values even when it is difficult or when no one is watching. Integrity is deeply rooted in authenticity and requires a steadfast adherence to ethical principles. The impact of virtue signaling and integrity extends beyond personal character, influencing societal dynamics and the authenticity of social movements. Virtue signaling can lead to a superficial culture where appearances are valued over genuine actions, eroding trust and authenticity within communities. This creates an environment where social change is hindered by the lack of substantive action. Conversely, integrity fosters a culture of trust and reliability. When individuals act with integrity, they contribute to a more authentic and morally grounded society, leading to stronger, more meaningful social bonds, and promoting real progress toward addressing societal issues. For the individual, virtue signaling can lead to a fragmented sense of self. The disconnect between public persona and private actions can create cognitive dissonance, impacting mental well-being and self-esteem. In contrast, living with integrity promotes self-respect and inner harmony. The alignment between one's values and actions builds a strong, coherent sense of identity, enhancing personal fulfillment and psychological resilience. In 2019, a major international corporation launched a high-profile campaign promoting environmental sustainability. The campaign featured heartwarming advertisements, social media blitzes, and even partnerships with prominent environmental organizations. The company presented itself as a leader in the fight against climate change, urging consumers to make environmentally conscious choices. However, investigative journalists soon uncovered a starkly different reality. The corporation's actual practices included significant environmental pollution, lobbying against environmental regulations, and a lack of substantial investment in sustainable technologies. The public outcry was immediate, with consumers accusing the company of virtue signaling and hypocrisy. There was a clear disconnect between the marketing department and the operations team. While the marketing team focused on creating a green image, the operations team was pressured to cut costs, often at the expense of environmental standards. It was all about maintaining a positive public image without making the necessary changes. In 2020, a famous actor used their platform to advocate for mental health awareness. They shared personal stories of struggle, attended charity events, and encouraged their followers to seek help and support mental health initiatives. The actor's efforts were widely praised, and they became a prominent figure in the mental health advocacy community. However, a scandal soon erupted when it was revealed that the actor mistreated their staff, many of whom suffered from mental health issues due to the toxic work environment. Reports of verbal abuse, unrealistic demands, and lack of support painted a starkly different picture from the public persona the actor had cultivated. It was incredibly disheartening. The public saw this compassionate advocate, but behind closed doors, the reality was very different. Many of us felt exploited and unsupported, which directly contradicted the message they were promoting. This case underscores the importance of integrity and advocacy. While the actor's public support for mental health awareness was commendable, the lack of alignment with their private actions ultimately led to a loss of credibility and trust. Genuine commitment to a cause requires consistency and authenticity, both in public and private spheres. In 2021, a grassroots organization emerged, advocating for racial equality and justice. Unlike the previous examples, this movement was characterized by genuine commitment and integrity. The founders, a diverse group of community leaders, had long histories of fighting for social justice, often at great personal and professional risk. The organization's efforts were multifaceted, including educational programs, community outreach, policy advocacy, and direct support for affected individuals. They maintained transparency in their operations, regularly updating supporters on their progress and challenges. The leaders' actions consistently aligned with their stated values, earning widespread respect and support. For us, it was never about the spotlight. We were driven by a deep commitment to justice and equality. Our actions were a reflection of our beliefs, and we were willing to do the hard work, even when it wasn't glamorous or easy. This case demonstrates the power of integrity in driving social change. The grassroots movement's authentic commitment to racial equality built a strong foundation of trust and credibility, enabling them to make meaningful progress and inspire others to join their cause. Understanding the historical context of virtue signaling and integrity can provide valuable insights into how these concepts have evolved over time. Throughout history, individuals and societies have grappled with the tension between public image and private character. In ancient Greece, the concept of arete, or virtue, was central to the philosophy of the time. Philosophers like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle emphasized the importance of living a virtuous life, where one's actions were aligned with their moral principles. Integrity was seen as a key component of a good life, and individuals were encouraged to cultivate virtues such as courage, wisdom, and justice. Similarly, in ancient China, Confucianism emphasized the importance of integrity and moral uprightness. Confucius taught that a person's character and actions should reflect their values, and that integrity was essential for maintaining social harmony and order. The concept of Junzi, the superior person, embodied these ideals, representing an individual who acted with integrity and moral consistency. Throughout history, there have been numerous examples of individuals who embodied integrity and made significant contributions to society. Mahatma Gandhi, for instance, is often celebrated for his commitment to nonviolent resistance and his unwavering adherence to his principles. Despite facing immense challenges, Gandhi's actions were consistently aligned with his beliefs, earning him widespread respect and admiration. In contrast, history also provides examples of individuals and organizations that engaged in virtue signaling without genuine commitment. The term Potemkin village originates from the legend of Grigory Potemkin, a Russian nobleman who supposedly built fake villages to impress Empress Catherine the Great during her visit to Crimea. This historical anecdote illustrates the dangers of prioritizing appearance over substance, a theme that resonates with the modern phenomenon of virtue signaling. Integrity is a crucial quality for effective leadership. Leaders who act with integrity inspire trust and confidence in their followers, creating a positive and productive organizational culture. In contrast, leaders who engage in virtue signaling without genuine commitment can undermine their credibility and erode trust. Nelson Mandela's leadership is often cited as an exemplary model of integrity. Throughout his life, Mandela demonstrated a deep commitment to justice, equality, and reconciliation. Despite enduring 27 years of imprisonment, he remained steadfast in his principles and continued to advocate for the end of apartheid in South Africa. Mandela's actions were consistently aligned with his beliefs, and he led by example, demonstrating the power of forgiveness and reconciliation. His integrity earned him the respect of both his supporters and his former adversaries, and he played a pivotal role in transforming South Africa into a more just and equitable society. Integrity is the foundation of effective leadership. Leaders who act with integrity build trust with their followers, which is essential for creating a positive organizational culture. When leaders demonstrate consistency between their words and actions, they inspire confidence and loyalty. In contrast, leaders who engage in virtue signaling without genuine commitment risk damaging their credibility and eroding trust. In today's fast-paced and competitive environment, leaders may feel pressure to prioritize short-term gains or public image over ethical principles. However, true leadership requires a long-term perspective and a commitment to doing what is right, even when it is difficult. Leaders who prioritize integrity will ultimately build stronger and more resilient organizations. Education plays a crucial role in fostering integrity and ethical behavior. By teaching students the importance of moral principles and providing opportunities for ethical reflection and action, educators can help cultivate a generation of individuals who prioritize integrity over superficiality. Many schools have implemented character education programs that focus on developing virtues such as integrity, honesty, and empathy. These programs often include a combination of classroom instruction, experiential learning, and community service activities. One successful example is the Character Counts program, which has been implemented in schools across the United States. This program focuses on 6 core pillars of character: trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship. Through a combination of lessons, activities, and community projects, students learn the importance of these values and how to apply them in their daily lives. Research has shown that character education programs can have a positive impact on students' behavior and academic performance. A study conducted by the Josephson Institute of Ethics found that schools implementing the Character Counts program reported significant improvements in students' ethical behavior, academic achievement, and school climate. Teaching integrity is not just about telling students what is right and wrong. It's about creating an environment where they can reflect on their values, make ethical decisions, and take responsibility for their actions. Through discussions, role-playing, and community service projects, we help students understand the importance of integrity and how it applies to their lives. As educators, we have a responsibility to model integrity in our own actions. When students see us acting with honesty and consistency, it reinforces the importance of these values. Building a culture of integrity starts with us. Culture plays a significant role in shaping individuals' attitudes and behaviors regarding integrity and virtue signaling. Different cultural norms and values can influence how people perceive and express their moral beliefs. In collectivist cultures, where the emphasis is on group harmony and social cohesion, virtue signaling may be more prevalent as individuals seek to align themselves with group norms and gain social approval. In contrast, individualist cultures, which prioritize personal autonomy and self-expression, may place a greater emphasis on authenticity and integrity. The Black Lives Matter (BLM) movement, which gained global prominence following the killing of George Floyd in 2020, provides a contemporary example of how virtue signaling can manifest in social movements. While many individuals and organizations genuinely supported the movement and took meaningful actions to address racial injustice, others engaged in performative activism without substantive commitment. For instance, some corporations issued statements of support for BLM and made public donations to related causes, yet their internal practices and policies did not reflect a genuine commitment to racial equality. This disparity between public declarations and private actions led to criticism and accusations of virtue signaling. Culture shapes how individuals perceive and express their moral beliefs. In collectivist cultures, virtue signaling may be more common as individuals seek to align with group norms and gain social approval. However, this does not necessarily mean that their commitment is superficial. The desire to maintain social harmony can drive individuals to genuinely support group values, even if their actions are influenced by the need for social acceptance. Social media platforms create a global stage where individuals can perform their values for a wide audience. This visibility can encourage virtue signaling, as people seek to present themselves in a positive light. However, it also provides opportunities for accountability, as audiences can scrutinize and challenge performative actions. Virtue signaling raises several ethical concerns, particularly when it involves dishonesty or superficial commitment. Engaging in virtue signaling without genuine commitment can undermine trust, erode credibility, and hinder social progress. Dishonesty in virtue signaling often involves presenting a false or exaggerated image of one's values and actions. This dishonesty can undermine trust and damage relationships. When individuals or organizations engage in virtue signaling without substantive action, it can create a superficial culture where appearances are valued over genuine commitment. This can hinder meaningful progress on important social issues. Additionally, repeated virtue signaling without genuine commitment can erode credibility and trust. When individuals or organizations are perceived as insincere, their ability to influence and inspire others diminishes. Cultivating integrity requires self-awareness, reflection, and a commitment to aligning one's actions with their values. Here are some practical steps to cultivate integrity. Reflect on your values. Take time to reflect on your core values and beliefs. Consider what principles are most important to you and how they guide your actions. Examine your motivations for public expressions of values. Are they driven by genuine belief or the desire for social approval? Ensure that your actions consistently align with your stated values. Avoid performative gestures that prioritize appearance over substance. Practice transparency. Be honest and transparent about your level of engagement and contributions. Transparency builds trust and credibility with your audience. Solicit feedback from trusted friends, colleagues, or mentors to gain insight into how your actions are perceived and whether they align with your values. Finally, commit to continuous improvement. Cultivating integrity is an ongoing process. Continuously strive to align your actions with your values and make ethical decisions. In conclusion, the battle between virtue signaling and integrity is a silent but significant one in modern society. As individuals, we have the power to choose authenticity over superficiality, contributing to a more trustworthy and morally grounded world. By embracing integrity, we can inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect that fosters deeper connections and meaningful change. The lessons learned from the case studies and interviews emphasize the importance of aligning our public personas with our private actions. Whether in corporate settings, personal advocacy, or grassroots movements, integrity is the key to building trust and credibility. It is through consistent value-driven actions that we can make a lasting impact and contribute to a better, more authentic world. As we navigate the complexities of social expression in the digital age, let us strive to be individuals of integrity, whose actions reflect our deepest beliefs and commitments. In doing so, we pave the way for a society where authenticity reigns supreme and genuine progress is achieved through collective effort and unwavering moral principles. Thank you for watching Psych and the Self. If you found this video insightful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that explores the depths of psychology, philosophy, and self-development. Let's choose integrity and make a positive impact together.